Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. Hope you're doing really well. I want to take a second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Scorpio out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember, the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating, Scorpio, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Scorpio? Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you are starting out with the High Priestess. You have the Death card in reverse, and you have the Ace of Pentacles. So you're in a very intuitive mode right now. I do feel like you're coming across to others as being very mysterious, but there's been an ending here. It's some sort of an ending that is now being transformed, and it's like you intuitively know that. Somebody could be resisting that transformation, but I'm seeing an Ace of Pentacles coming in. I see this as being a new beginning, as it's very stable, something very stable. You also could be manifesting and bringing in a large sum of money by the end of the week for some of you. So, but I definitely feel like something physically may have ended. You're still attached to it. You're still emotionally attached. And it's like intuitively you know that there's going to be this new beginning. So let me see who is in your energy. Show me who's in Scorpio's energy. That's too many. Show me who's in Scorpio's energy, please. All right, the person in your energy, Six of Cups in the reverse, Four of Wands reversed, and the Three of Swords. So this is somebody you were in a long-term relationship with or possibly married to. This person is heartbroken. This person is heartbroken because of this ending. There's a sense here of them wanting to, like, basically time jump or move through a portal into a better place in their life. This could be a soulmate. There are many different types of soulmates. I also feel like this person is trying to release the past, either release this connection or to release something that happened in the connection. But currently they are heartbroken right now because of this ending. They're experiencing a lack of stability right now. Children could be an issue if this is the ending of a marriage. Let me see. Show me the energy. And I don't mean an issue to the connection. I mean, you know, there could be something to do with custody or concerns or issues about that. Show me the energy between Scorpio and this person. All right, Knight of Swords reversed. And the Hangman. They're waiting for communication and you are not forthcoming with it. Fall time frame may have been important for somebody. Yeah, they're in their emotions, but they don't want that being shown. They don't want anybody to know that. They're waiting for communication, though. But I don't see you being forthcoming for some reason. Let me see. Show me what's affecting this connection. The Queen of Cups. There's love here, but I feel like you feel drained, Scorpio. You feel very drained. So I'm wondering if there's been an ending between you and this person and they're still holding on to you. They don't want to let this transformation go. They don't want this to end because they're in love with you. And I feel like, you know, this is a highly emotionally charged situation. Let me see. Show me the outcome. I'm wondering if you may have had a new beginning elsewhere. Ten of Cups. So Ten of Cups is, well, a couple of things. It does look like there's going to be a meeting in the middle type of energy where that you both will be, you know, somewhat happy with, especially if there are children involved. But Ten of Cups also is indicating that you are going to be emotionally fulfilled in this new beginning. So it almost looks like you have a new beginning elsewhere, because this person is heartbroken, but is going to be willing to meet in the middle. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate sleepless nights, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, a desire to escape the pain that is involved. Let me clarify your reading. You might be dealing with a Pisces, another Scorpio, or a Cancer sign. Pisces is very strong, by the way. Let me see why the High Priestess is here for Scorpio. Okay, we have the World. We have the Lovers in the reverse. And we have the King of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, this was your decision. This was your decision. You've decided to close out the cycle with this person, ending this, in order to choose a different path, a different direction. I feel like you're not currently wanting to talk to this person. There is some loss that's involved with this. Again, I'm getting soulmate energy. Why is the Death card in reverse? All right, we have the Five of Pentacles reverse. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, so this person may be trying to reconcile with you. But I feel like you're still emotionally attached, but you're resisting, or they're resisting this transformation. They're resisting it, wanting to reconcile. I do see communication coming, and that communication is going to bring clarity out of this person's pain. So let me see the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you no longer want to be with this person. All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. All right, so yeah, you're not putting effort into this. You may feel this person is codependent on your energy. And I do feel like you have moved on. You had a choice between this person and someone else, and you chose the other person. Now, this person, you're aware that they're not wanting to release you. They're not wanting to let you go. But I don't feel like you are wanting to work things out. You feel like it cannot be worked out. Let me look at this person's energy. Because I feel like bottom of the deck is the Fool. You have a new beginning elsewhere. Show me the Six of Cups in the reverse. The Star card, Aquarius energy, and the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Yeah, they're hopeful. They're still hoping to work this out. They may even approach you to reconcile. They may approach you saying, we can get counseling. But I feel, and that they will let bygones be bygones. They're hoping that you will come towards them. They want communication, but I don't feel like you do. Let me see Four of Wands reversed. Why is the Four of Wands reversed for the person in Scorpio's energy? The Tower, the Two of Cups. Yeah, this is going to hit them like a... So whatever you have to say that brings in that clarity, Scorpio, it's going to hit them like a ton of bricks. It's going to cause a Tower moment for them. They will realize that this is done. This is over. The two of you are absolutely not on the same page, that they have to release you. They have to let you go. And it's going to be a Tower moment for them, if it hasn't already happened. Why is the Three of Swords here? Because it looks like the current energy is that they're still hopeful that it can be worked out. But I feel like that's not in your energy. All right, here we have the High Priestess in the reverse. That's your energy in the upright. And the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so once they have this realization, once you reveal to them, it's gonna happen because you're telling them something here. You're bringing clarity to their pain, and so once you do that, you're basically saying this is over. I'm closing this out. I'm beginning something new. It's going to be very painful. It's going to cause a Tower moment. They're going to be, holding on to your energy still. But they're going to realize that you mean what you say. Let me see. Show me the energy between Scorpio and this person. Seven of Swords. Queen of Swords reversed. Eight of Cups reversed. And Judgment. Yeah, so you walked away from this person and now they want you to return. You cut this person out, and it does look like there was some deception involved in this. There were secrets, there was deception, there was, you know, untruthful communication, and it is coming from your side. Now, it's very possible, Scorpio, that the energies have reversed. So if so, just get in where you fit in. But what I'm seeing is that you cut this person out, and there was already someone else that you have this new beginning with. This person's coming back towards you saying, we can work this out. Let's get counseling. They're still hopeful that there will be a reconciliation, and they're literally just holding on to that thought. Show me the Queen of Cups. Show me the Queen of Cups in Scorpio's energy. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. And the King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, you might be moving towards a fire sign. But what I'm seeing is that although you have love for this person, you feel like this person may have drained you. So you're going to communicate with them, and you're going to say, yeah, this is done. This is over. I do feel like it is your choice. I feel like you're moving forward with your life. You're moving forward and away from this person. With the King of Wands here, this person, this is an attractive person, but they're going to be the one to take action to come towards you. They've been waiting. So because they do love you still, they're going to come towards you trying to work it out. That's when this communication is going to happen. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords, telling me that, you know, it's going to be a rather important communication. Let me see the Ten of Cups. Show me the outcome for Scorpio. All right. Knight of Wands reversed. The Five of Wands. And the Two of Wands reversed. This conversation is going to break down into conflict. You're going to be telling this person, look, I'm not even single anymore. I don't want to be in this connection. You're acting very codependently. I have chosen to go in another direction. And you do have this Ace of Pentacles here. You have a stable new beginning. You're fighting for that new beginning. You're fighting for your happiness. You've chosen to go in another direction, and I feel like it was a difficult choice for you to do that because you knew that it was going to cause a tower moment for this person. I feel like you care about this person, but you're not in love with them anymore, and you are very much so determined to move forward. This person, in their energy, they're going to realize that you mean business. It's going to create conflict because they're not going to be getting what they want. They view you as being their happiness, but they also view you as being a player. So once you tell them, look, I've moved on, they will secretly be holding on to your energy, but they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. It's going to break down into conflict, but they will find happiness again. It's just not going to be immediately because they are heartbroken. So, yeah, this is a tough reading. I've had a lot of tough readings. I don't know what's going on in the energy right now, or if I'm just picking up on a whole group of, you know, zodiac signs that are, you know, going through tumultuous things. But this one is difficult. I don't see you backing down, though. I really don't. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is telling me that, you know, this person's going to offer this reconciliation, offer their emotions, but you will be turning them down. So let's pull an oracle card, Scorpio, and see if there's any advice pulling for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you have number 30, and your card says courage. So let's read that. Courage requires you to fearlessly stride ahead despite the challenges you are experiencing. Whether you are afraid of success or failure, you cannot stay where you are. You need to make a decision and move forward with belief, trust, and boldness. Give it your all, no matter the outcome. Despite what you've been telling yourself, you are ready for a new adventure and another chance to prove that you have what it takes to face life's challenges. Stop investing in limitations, lack, and dysfunction. Every blessing has a challenge, and every challenge contains a blessing. You are ready to explore both. While there may be difficult moments ahead, keep positive and believe that everything is going to work out for your absolute best. You are being asked to gather the courage to be who you truly are and to stand strong for your convictions. So, I mean, honestly, it does look like you're on the right path. I hope that this has been helpful for you, Scorpio. If you have resonated with this reading, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. It's a difficult reading, so, hype it if you want to, but I don't really want to ask you for that because it is such a difficult reading. And if you need further advice or guidance, check your other signs and placements as well. Look at those readings and see if that gives even more clarification to this reading. Until I see you in your next reading, Scorpio, know that you are loved, and namaste.